Welcome to Hidden Gems. This is Arden Thomas, the Cincom Smalltalk Product Manager. Hidden Gems is where we show you features or capabilities of the product that may not be obvious, but we want you to know about them. So today, I think it's a pretty good screencast. We've got an example of how to build an application using a custom view. So we're going to show you what we're going to start working towards. Recall in some of the past screencasts we built this application, and this shows you a chart. And it uses some of the other things that we've covered in the screencast. It actually goes out and gets this data dynamically. So it's going out to the net through our IEX API and retrieving this data and displaying it real time. So what I'd like to do is enhance this chart for the future by building an axis down here that shows you the actual dates. So we're going to call that a date axis, and we're going to build a date axis app. Let's take a look at that. So it has in the app, it has a date axis view and a date range. Let's take a look at the class side. Let's look at the Windows spec. What does this look like? Let's edit it. Okay, so this has one component, which is a view holder. A view holder is a piece you can get right here, a view holder. Okay, and we said the name of that, well, let me delete that one there. The name of this view holder is date axis view. And the ID, if we want to get it programmatically, is the same. So that's what that looks like. Let's go back to our instance size. What does our initialize look like? Our date axis view is a date axis view with the model being self. So the model is the date axis app. And then I'm going to put a date range model. I'm going to tell the date range model, or the date range, add the date axis view as a dependent. That means when I change the range, the view should automatically update, which is what we want. So let's take a look at the date axis view. We created a date axis view as a subclass of view, and one of the important things right here is the display on. We get the dates from our model, get the width and the height. We figure out how wide each thing should be, pixels per day. We find our boxes, and boxes display stroked on. So let's take a look at what this will look like. So here's the boxes it's drawing, and then it goes and gets the day of the month. We're just showing the day of the month right now. We're going to enhance this. We'll probably show the month and the year and change that and scale it. But we're starting very simple, right? So this will update no matter what size it is. And so we get the text as composed text, and we display the text at the box center, which would be like right here. But now we want to display it. We don't want it to be offset towards the right. We want it to be exactly in the center. So it displays from the top left of the box. So to offset that distance right here between the center of this big box and where we want to display, that's the text bounds, and then the center of that will be that distance. So it displays it from about here to exactly center this. Okay, so that's one part. And one more thing we do. Put in these two events right here for event driven, that when an event is a mouse wheel event, return me, which means I'll handle it. So what will I do? Well, the event gets passed in. If it's not a mouse wheel event here, just get out of here. But if the event is up, we'll tell the model zoom wheel, and if it's down, we'll do it unzoom wheel. And so let's take a look at what that'll do. The model, if you recall, is the app right here. And if I zoom wheel, it will get my start date and add days 1. And then, by the way, this only shows weekdays because that's when stocks are traded. So it does not show the dates for the weekend, just weekdays. So we get a new start date by adding a day because we're zooming in and we're making sure it's a weekday. If it's not a weekday, we keep adding days until it is a weekday. And then we tell the date range your new start date is the new start date. So what the date range does, when we give it a start date, it says, okay, I've got my new start date and we've changed the date range. Now, you recall we set up the dependency and then initialize right here. We added the view as a dependent of the date range model. And the view gets updates. It updates and says, hey, is that thing that's being updated the date range? If it's not, I don't care. But if it is, we invalidate, and invalidate redraws. So let's see actually how that works. I have my finger on the wheel of the mouse, and I'm going to move it up, 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 up. Going to move it up more, and we keep going. And now if I stopped it here at the end so we don't run into errors. And now I'm unzooming. So we get this nice effect where we can zoom and unzoom using the mouse wheel. So we're drawing our date access app, and we're going to enhance this. This just has what day of the month, and we also handle events for the mouse wheel, so we can change the date range and redisplay it. So that is the first part. In a follow-up screencast here, I'm going to talk about some new fonts to try for coding. So this is what we've done. We've demonstrated how to build an application with a custom view. And we showed how to draw on the view, which recall we did right here in the display on. We drew the boxes for each day, display stroked on for each box, and then we draw the date of the month. So we draw on the view, and we also react to the mouse wheel by reacting to those events, changing the date range model, which automatically updates and redisplays our view. Any questions, comments, suggestions, please send them to athomas@cincom.com. That's me, Arden Thomas. And I look forward, if you'd like this code, contact me, and I look forward to any comments and suggestions. Until next time, have a great time with Smalltalk.